Okay, here we are back. I'm gonna go ahead and show. I'm gonna pull up Google Earth. Interesting how the horizon is flat there. But here's our little blue marble. You know, this is our world right now. Slightly different representation of Antarctica than in the last video I made. It doesn't even look like it's the same place, but it's got the common coastlines, but they've been messed with. Anyway, I'm gonna scroll down a bit to Antarctica here. And the first thing I notice is that same watermark, 2018 Google, stamped all over Antarctica in a strange circular pattern. And as I look closer, I noticed things seemed sectioned, like you have these lines all leading to this little white dot. What is that little white dot? What is that? What is that, Pac-Man? Pac-Man? That's the Abominable Pac-Man because he's white. And he's huge. How big he is in Antarctica. Now all these lines coming in. I have a clue what that is. I took some solid modeling classes in college. And I'm pretty familiar with, you know, modeling from a solid and wrapping a two-dimensional image around it. And the only issue you have with the sphere is when you come around to close it off at the bottom, you can't quite get that last 1 or 0 out of there. It can't close to absolute. That's as small as apparently they can make the circle. It used to be bigger, I believe, from there. I'm making quote marks with my fingers. Satellites. So, if their weather balloon satellites are taking these photographs, then what the hell is the Abominable Pac-Man doing down there? Why does it look like they sectioned it off? And the closer I zoom, I mean, come on, man. Come on, man, for real. I know what this is. We all know what this is. That's the crosshairs. That's your XYZ axis. It's your XYZ axis. Can't quite get it to close all the way because its computer just won't allow that, apparently, but they were able to get the rest of it on there pretty deceptively, but what we're left with is this. Just completely ridiculous representation of the Earth. We can just love to spin our little ball around. That's where we live. That's where you live in. Spin it all kind of crazy ways. And then we're up here on the North Pole that the Sunseeker app won't allow us to see. Let's see what they got going up there. Oh, at these poles, everything's got kind of a circular type of look to it. A section, circular type of look. Uh-oh. Google also owns the North Pole. As we scroll, oh, there's that going in a circle. Another section circle. And that's the best detail we can get. I'm not even scrolled in all the way. This is scrolling in all the way, but not even all the way. So you can see no definition, but you can clearly see that Google owns the poles. I'm going to guess Google owns the poles because they got their name stamped all over it. And it's going in a circle around a fictitious pole in the middle of the... I mean, that's where the pole is. That ain't the shape of it there, man. They had to stretch that. Look at that. What the? Come on, man. That's so ridiculous. It's just like, they're bullshitting us, man. They're bullshitting us. You know? Well, then here's another one. Let's just do this one real quick. It's a little test I did a while back. Let's, you know what? We'll go back to this other one. I'll go allow. Whatever. But I want to do... Oh, alright, let's find my location. There you go. Here's my little house in Detroit. Not a recent photograph. Because that big tree there has been long cut down. A couple years ago now. My vegetable garden's not visible. Sold that Suburban 2 years ago. And that's my long ago ex-girlfriend's minivan in front there. So, not very current. Alright, so what the hell is this? What? Huh. Okay, so here's another one I'm going to do. Let's try this. I'm going to come down just to anywhere. I'm going to do measure. Let's do measure. Okay. Blammo, add point. Okay. And let's go a distance of 55 miles. 55 miles. Now that's the supposed diameter of the Tycho crater on the moon that we can all see clearly. It's the big one on the bottom. It looks like everything's coming, like the trails are going out from it. And let's see how far away we can see that line from. I'm trying to remember how it's not allowing me to do the miles that I was able to do last time. Let me try this again. Okay, this tells me, let me see if my mark is still on it. My line is, okay, my line is not on it. I'm trying to get to where this bottom here will tell me how many miles away from Earth we are. At this time, it says 6,578 miles from Earth. This is what you see. I'm 6,000 miles away. Okay. So let's go a little further. This is 16,000 miles away. 8,000 miles away. Okay. So let's go to ISS height. International Space Station is at roughly 250 or 40 miles away. And that's how far away it is. It's 240 miles up. 250 miles up. I mean, you can't even see the whole thing. Now let's hit this 3D button, go to 2D. Alright, this is my favorite. Let's scroll out a little. This is my favorite. That is at 500 miles. That's the curve Google Earth is showing us from 500 miles away. That is definitely not the horizon we see from the ISS. Let's go in just a little and see. That's out. Let's go in. Ooh, I gotta do it again. Let's do this here. Let's go. Move it a little bit. All right. 3D. Blammo. That'll let me get to just under 400 miles. 375 miles. Even by their own map and ball, it's showing less curve than the ISS shows. It's just ridiculous, I swear. It's completely ridiculous. Look at that. 3,800 miles away. That's the curve we see from the ISS at 200 miles away. This is all just CGI. So I'm going to stop rambling. Thanks for watching.